From the Bees in my CD collection, I'm going to be pulling my Blue Oyster Cult albums, as well as showing you what I have on vinyl from them, and some awesome live albums from this great American hard rock band. Come on in and have a look. Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Sunday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Cheers, and hope you have a wonderful day today. Blue Oyster Cult. As I said in my previous video, I'm finding that if I pull everything, it's going to take a long time. So I've decided to grab a band from each letter of the alphabet that I have on CD and make a video from it. So I'm going to do Blue Oyster Cult today. Tomorrow's probably going to be like Alice Cooper or something like that. Something that I have a fair amount on CD. This one here, I just thought I'd show the whole discography that I have on these guys. I'm missing a couple of them, but I have pretty much all their studio albums. So if you don't know Blue Oyster Cult, you should. Great American hard rock band formed in Long Island, New York, in the hamlet of Stony Brook, I think, back in 1967. They've sold over 25 million albums worldwide, including 7 million in the States. Super popular band. Some lineup changes. Their music is a combination of hard rock, heavy metal, psychedelic rock, some progressive rock, some acid rock, but mainly just straight ahead of hard rock and with a little bit of pop mixed in. They're a commercial success in most cases. Not every album that I have is a great album. Just to say that out front. Some are better than others. But let's get started. So the debut album, 1972 release, simply titled Blue Oyster Cult. This is good. I love Cities on Flame with rock and roll. It's a great track, early track by these guys. Stairway to the Stars. Then came The Last Days of May. You've got classic lineup of Eric Bloom on vocals, rhythm, guitar, and keyboards. Donald Duck Dharma Roser on lead guitar and vocals. Joe Bouchard on bass and vocals. Albert Bouchard on drums and vocals. And Alan Nianier on rhythm, guitar, and keyboards. Classic lineup. This one also has not only the studio album, it's got 4 bonus tracks on this one as well. Some demos and other stuff like that. There's the back of the album there. So great debut album. Then we have their second, Tyranny and Mutation. That's kind of weird, sorry. This is the second album, 1973 release. You got Baby Ice Dogs featuring lyrics by Patti Smith, who wrote a lot of stuff for Blue Oyster Cult. The track, The Red and Black, referring to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or the RCMP, better known here in Canada. So this is mixed up of the black songs and the red songs. So the black is The Red and Black, OD'd on Life Itself, Hot Rails to Hell, 7 Screaming Diz Busters. The red is Baby Ice Dog, Wings Wetted Down, Teen Archer, Mistress of the Salmon Salt, Quicktime Girl. Down here there's 4 bonus tracks as well. Bucks Boogie is a standard for pretty much any live album that I have. Sitting on Flame with Rock and Roll live. 7 Screaming Diz Busters live. OD'd on Life Itself live. Great album. Then you've got Secret Treaties. Third album by the band. 1974 release. Same band members. It's the only album that Buck Dharma doesn't sing any lead vocals on this one, which is weird because he's one of the main lead vocalists. The band didn't write any of their lyrics either. It was written by their producer Sandy Perlman, rock critic Richard Mesler, and again Patti Smith wrote all the tracks on this one. But Career of Evil, Subhuman, Dominance and Submission, ME 262, KG Crichton's Harvester of Eyes, Flaming Telepaths, and Astronomy. Again, 4 bonus tracks on this one as well. Sorry, 5 bonus tracks on this one. Great album. We're going to go to vinyl for this one. In Agents of Fortune, the 4th album, probably the most commercially successful album, platinum selling album. Big hit, Don't Fear the Reaper on this one. This kind of shot them to superstardom. Their concerts got bigger. It's a rock station playlist regularly, and this one also has at least one lead vocalist performing each original song on this one. Yeah, great album. It's a really excellent album. It really does. It kind of, I think this one hit their peak because it kind of went down after this, in my opinion. So they rose to stardom on this one, but then it kind of plateaued, and I'll tell you about that a little later. Spectres, the 5th album. This is their 1977 release. One of the biggest hits on this one, Godzilla. Certified gold in 1978. Going Through the Motions, co-written by Mott the Hoople, singer Ian Hunter. It's a great pop rocker on that one as well. And you got some great tracks. Golden Age of Leather, Death Valley Nights, Are You Ready to Rock, Celestial the Queen, I Love the Night, Nosferatu. Then there's 4 bonus tracks on this one as well. It's a great album. It really is. It's perhaps not as commercially successful as Agents of Fortune, but it's a pretty decent follow-up for sure. And then we have kind of hit the road block, kind of hit the wall, in my opinion. This is Mirrors, 6th album by the band, 1979 release. They tried to hit the same success as Agents of Fortune and Spectres, but they couldn't do it. It didn't even really reach gold status, this album. They weren't happy at that time. After this one, they would bring in Martin Birch to try to return to a darker, heavier sound, but this one did kind of failed, in my opinion. They did have a bit of a comeback on this one. Cultosaurus Erectus. I think this is a great album. The 7th album by the band, 1980 release. This is, again, with Martin Birch, who, of course, worked with Deep Purple and Fleetwood Mac and Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden. This one did hit gold status. And this also got them on tour with the Black and Blue tour with Black Sabbath, which I saw that movie. It's been years and years and years since I've seen that movie. I wish I could watch it again. But this has kind of put them back on the map again after Mirrors. I think it's a great album. This is another CD, Fire of Unknown Origin, the 8th album by the band, again produced by Martin Birch. This one's got a super big hit, Burning for You. Kind of getting them back into that commercial status again after 2 years of their sales not really doing all that much. But this would also be the last of the original lineup, as the band would fire Albert Bouchard, unfortunately. They would bring in a studio musician to fill his place. But this is a decent album. Fire of the Unknown Origin. Burning for You, again, as I said. What's on Soul Survivor. Heavy Metal, Black and Silver, Joan Crawford, Don't Turn Your Back. Always with that symbol. Always with that symbol. The ninth album by the band. This is The Revolution by Night. Pardon me, 1983 release. It kind of it's a decent album. Again, Albert Bouchard was fired. They would bring in a roadie, Rick Downey. They had a pretty big single on this one, Shooting Shark. Again, written by Patti Smith. Take Me Away, was co-written by Aldo Nova and Eric Bloom. Aldo Nova, great Canadian, kind of a one-hit wonder, Aldo Nova is. But it's a decent album. Take Me Away, Eyes on Fire, Shooting Shark, Veins, Shadow of the Californian, Dragon Lady, produced by Bruce Fairbairn. Cool cover in the back as well. I'd say not my favorite. The worst album cover. This is Club Ninja. I mean, guys, come on. Who made up this album cover? Yes, it's their symbol. It's their classic symbol, but the 10th album by the band, 1985 release. It was intended to be a comeback album, but it didn't work. It didn't really sell even 175,000 copies. Again, falling short of gold status. Commercial failure. And as I said, one of the worst album covers. Maybe if they would put that on the front, I don't know. I don't have their next album, Imaginos, the 11th album by the band, 1988 release. Their last recording with Columbia. Or I don't have Cult Classic, 1994 album. It's got a lot of newly recorded versions of the popular songs from Blue Oyster Cult. I'm also missing Heaven Forbid, the 12th album, 1998 release. The band's really first album in 10 years with new material. And the lyrics were written by science fiction and horror writer John Shirley. I haven't heard that one, so I can't comment on too much about it, but it sounds kind of cool. I'm missing this one also, The Curse of the Hidden Mirror, the 13th album, 2001 release. But I think they came back with a vengeance on, to me, one of my favorite Blue Oyster Cult albums. The Symbol Remains. This is fantastic. This is the 14th studio album, 2020 release. This is the recording debut of Jules Radino and Richie Castellano. I think Richie Castellano had a lot to do with the success of this album. Fantastic producer. He's part of the Band Geeks, now working with John Anderson. This is a wonderful, wonderful comeback album, in my opinion. And everyone's on fire on this one. Richie Castellano's all over this one as far as playing guitar. Some lead vocals as well. That Was Me, Box in My Head, Tainted Blood, Midnight Apathy, Edge of the World, The Machine, Train to Lenny's Song, Stand and Fight, Florida Man's kind of a cool track, The Alchemist, classic track, Secret Road, There's a Crime, Fight. Fantastic album. One of my favorites of that year, and one of my favorites for the band, for sure. I hope this isn't their last. I was kind of, I don't want to say disappointed, but this is Ghost Stories, the 16th album by the band, released 2024. A lot of the original lineup appears on this one. This was produced by Richie Castellano, plus Buck Dharma and Eric Bloom. I don't know what to say about this one. They do a terrible cover of I Fell in Love with You, which happens to be the last song on the album, of course, by the Beatles. I got to give it another listen. I really do. But I'm still happy to have it in my collection. But Eric Bloom's on this one, Albert Bouchard, Joe Bouchard, Alan Lanier, Buck Dharma, of course, Richie Downey. Richie Castellano does some additional guitars on this one, some keyboards, some vocals. Kasim Sultan does some vocals. If I Fell, Jules Radino does some percussion. Hopefully it's not their last album. I also have 5 of their studio albums, or sorry, their live albums, studio albums. I just showed you all the studio albums. I've got 2 copies of On Your Feet or On Your Knees, one on CD, one on vinyl. Sorry for the glare. The first live album by Blue Oyster Cult, February 27, 1975. Then I've got Extraterrestrial Live, the third live album, 1982 release. This one's really good. This is Live at Rock Ages Festival, 2016 release. This one's, I'm pretty sure Richie Castellano's on this one, if I'm not mistaken. And then I have, and this is a series of a bunch of them. I think there's 3 nights, but I've only got the first night. This is the 50th anniversary of Live in New York City, 2022. This one came out in 2023. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. So there you have it. There's my Blue Oyster Cult collection on both CD and vinyl. As I go through my CD collection, I'm going to show kind of a bit of both. But that's the Blue Oyster Cult for you. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.